chit chat get ready with me video. I thought that I'd do kind of an everyday glam where you could wear it to school, like uni, you could wear it to work, you could wear it out on like a casual date, just something that you can wear for most occasions basically. So let's get started. First thing that I'm going to be using today is MAC's Painterly Paint Pot. You guys know that I use this in basically every single video. It's my absolute favourite to use for a base on the eyes. It's just going to make everything last so much longer and give you so much more of a better colour payoff. And I like to bring that right up under the brow as well, just so the colour tone's like all over basically. If you have more of a goldy toned skin, this is more for a pink based skin. If you have more of a yellow / gold toned skin, you can use Soft Ochre from MAC. They're both exactly the same but for different skin tones basically. We're going to be using this Sigma palette for the eyeshadow. This is the Brilliant and Spellbinding palette. I'll show you guys. I'm going to start off with this colour here. It's kind of like a champagne-y tone, really nice and shimmery for all over the moving eyelid, and its name is Solstice, I think. And I'm just going to take this E55 brush, which is a flat shading brush from Sigma, just to apply it all over the eyes. I've decided that I really need to tell you guys what brushes I'm using as well, because I always get comments about what brushes I'm using. So basically always Sigma brushes, but it's nice to know what brushes people use. Oh, that's such a beautiful colour. I swear I could use this colour every single day. It's just so shimmery without being too metallic kind of. I had the best French toast before, and then I was eating it and while I was cooking it, so I could get on to filming, and I burnt my last piece and I was so sad. Now I'm going to be taking this tapered blending brush. It's like a really nice big fluffy brush. It's the E40 from Sigma, and we're going to be taking this shade here, which is kind of like a medium matte brown. You don't have to use this palette, of course. You can use whatever products that you have at home that are similar. So we're just going to be blending that through the crease just to keep it quite natural but still a little bit defined. I can't believe how quick time is flying by at the moment. I've just been talking to so many people on YouTube of how I feel as if it was just January and now it's already almost May. How insane is that? Like, we're almost halfway through the year. Now that we've put that through the crease, we're going to go onto the face again and then come back to the eyes after, just so we have some concealer under the eyes as well. So the first thing we're going to pop on is some Porefessional by Benefit, just to make sure everything lasts twice as long. It's honestly the most amazing primer I've ever tried. I just got a new tube of it. I haven't had it in a while, just because I ran out of my last one, but it always feels so velvety, and I like to mainly concentrate it through the T-zone just because that's where I have lots and lots of open large pores. It's just going to make sure that it reduces a lot of your pores. Now going on to foundation, I'll be using MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the shade NW13, of course, just because I find it really hard to use foundations. Well, find a foundation that's actually my shade. Usually they're way too pink if they're pale, and then I've got really orange ones, and it's like you don't want to look like an Oompa Loompa as well. So I've recently started planning for my 21st birthday, because I'm in New Zealand now. I'm going to be flying over to Sydney and spending a bit of time there for my birthday. I've never been there before though, so if you've ever been to Sydney or you live in Sydney, please let me know what's good to do, especially on my birthday. I've had a look online, but it just keeps telling me about museums and stuff, except no swimming with sharks. Everyone keeps telling me to do that, and that is not on my bucket list. So anything but swimming with sharks. I really want to go and find, I think it's P. Sherman Wallaby Way, Sydney. Well, if they have that, from the Finding Nemo movie. I know, a little bit cheesy, but I thought that would be something really fun to do, kind of like not a treasure hunt, but you know, go and find something. Now we're going to set the makeup with this Fit Me powder. I use the shade 120. It's by Maybelline and it's so good for like a drugstore product. I only do that because we don't call it drugstore here, we call them chemists. So other than that, I've managed to get eyeliner all over it. I'm just going to use the sponge in it as well because it's super handy instead of going and grabbing another brush. Now we're going to go back onto the eyes instead of going onto the rest of the face, just so we can complete them first. I'm going to take the exact same matte brown shade and this flat square defining brush. It's the E15 from Sigma, and we're just going to really bring that up under the lower lash line. Did you see my eyes just go so wide then? Does anyone else make extremely weird faces when they put stuff on their lower lash line or mascara? I swear my mouth just ends up like as big as it can get. You can see that it's really defined the lower lash line, which is exactly what we want for something a bit glamorous and a little bit smoky and sultry, but not too much. Now we're going to take this eyeliner. I've already pulled the lid off. It's the MUA Intense Colour Eyeliner in the shade Rich Brown. We don't want anything too dramatic for an everyday kind of look, so I'm just going to run it through the waterline on the bottom just to make sure that it's really nice and smoky. Does it freak anyone out when I do this? I pull my eye down and I don't realise how creepy it looks until after when I'm editing. And on the other side, oh, my eyes are starting to go a little bit bloodshot from playing around with them. I haven't worn makeup in a couple of days just because I've literally had the worst head cold ever. Now we're going to use some mascara. I'll be using the Maybelline Colossal Volume Express. I don't even know what I was just going to say then. I was going to make up a completely new name, I think, in my head. I don't want to pop any false lashes on today because I want to keep it quite easy and simple, even though me blabbing on is taking a while. Usually this look won't take too long. And for anyone who doesn't want to use false lashes like on a regular basis, you can actually just curl your eyelashes and it will give not the exact same effect, but it will definitely give you a really strong curl. And they do hold quite a while as well, because say for example my eyes, sometimes my eyes get so irritated from having something heavier on the lashes. So whenever my eyes are playing up a little bit like that because they're quite sensitive, I'll always just curl them with normal mascara instead of popping on some false lashes. Going on to the brows now, I'll be using MUA's Pro Brow Kit. This one here is in the shade medium, I think. I don't even know where it says the name, but I'm pretty sure it's the medium one. You can see that it comes with 4 different things. You've got like the wax and then 3 different colours. Now we're going to be using this angled brush. We're going to take this kind of medium tone at the top here. We don't want to make them too dark because it is more of an everyday kind of look. You can see that I'm just sweeping it through, and you don't want to bring it right to the inner corner of the brow and like draw your brow on, because that's when you can get brows that are a little bit too defined, and that's when people may sometimes call them caterpillar brows or sharpie brows, which if that's what you like, then that's awesome. It's completely up to you how you want to wear your makeup, but if you want something a little bit more natural looking, I wouldn't bring it right in, because you can always use a spoolie at the end and just spoolie it through the brow to make sure it's all nice and drawn in. Just going to do the other side as well. I hope you can't hear the cows. No, I don't have cows here. The cars really loudly outside because being really wet, it's kind of like flooding in the driveway. That's how much it's been raining. It's so appalling. But you can hear them a little bit more, I find, when it's a wet road. Just going to use the spoolie. getting caught in my hair there. Next we're going to take Gimme Brow by Benefit, and this is in the medium deep, I think. It's got the most adorable handy brush to brush through the brows, and this is just going to set it in place. This is honestly my most favourite setting product. You know how sometimes when you use products in the brows it makes your brows look really crunchy and stiff and kind of gross? This doesn't do that at all, which is why I really like it. Going back onto the face, I'm going to be using this, this sleek palette. This is the Face Contour Kit in Light. I'll just open it up and show you guys. These are the colours here. You can see that it's gorgeous, especially this highlighter. It looks amazing on. It's like a really nice kind of light peachy highlight. It's kind of got a little bit of pink through it, but it's way more peachy than what you'd think. And then this is just a gorgeous matte brown bronzer. I'm going to be using this brush here. A lot of people have asked me about this brush. It's the 163 MAC contouring brush, and it's kind of like similar to the NARS Eater brush, how I've said before. We're just going to be bringing that down from basically not the very top of the ear, but kind of the mid ear down towards the mouth, and you want to leave a 2-finger gap. So I like to kind of draw I don't know what you'd say, paint. I like to make a really defined line with this brush and bring it up against the hairline and everything, and then use a blending brush to blend it out. So I'm going to use this contour brush. This is the F40 from Sigma, and we're going to blend that out. I haven't decided if I want to use blush today. I think I will, but not too much. So it is a little bit contoured, but not too much. So you can see how I've got quite a round head, basically. I've got a round face. So I'm going to apply a little bit of bronzer here and here to kind of draw the face in a little bit, and also the cheeks just to define them. Bronzer's just going to tone down the face, basically, of the areas you want it to be more defined. So highlight is going to accentuate the areas that you want to be more visible, and bronzer is going to contour it down and make it a little bit more defined and kind of diminish them, make them a little bit more invisible kind of. So you can see there that it's contoured the face without making it look too dramatic, basically. You could leave it at that and just go onto the highlighter now, but I'm going to use a little bit of blush. I'll just grab it. I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Blush in Red Vino, and this is number 9. This is the colour here, so it is a little bit more defining, but I'm just going to use the tiniest amount. Just for a tiny pop of colour on the cheeks, basically. Especially because we've gone quite natural when it comes to the eyes. This is such a gorgeous colour. It's got like a tiny bit of gold shimmer through it. And we're going to take that highlighter from the palette as well and just apply that on the cheekbones and also lightly above the brow. That is beautiful. It's kind of like a soft shimmer without being too much. It's definitely going to draw attention to the cheekbones, but it's not going to be really dramatic like a going out highlight. Beautiful. And last but certainly not least, we're going to go onto lips. I'm going to use this Jordana lipstick. You can see it's a really nice deep brown, and it's a matte colour as well. My lips are quite dry at the moment. I really like this colour. And voila, this is the finished makeup look. I am obsessed with this kind of soft, sultry eye with a really nice bold brown lip. And you can see that it's definitely something that you could wear every day for any type of occasion just because the colours are so neutral. There's nothing too bright or too bold for anyone. I know that having something like a really dark brown lip might be a little bit out of people's comfort zones. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this chit chat get ready with me video. I know it probably took a million years just because I don't ever shut up, but that's me, so hey. Have a great rest of your day and I'll see you next time. Bye!